Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Stellaris in our Song of the Stars series. So, we are working on a number of things right now that our energy deficit situation has finally recovered, and I think we'll continue to recover. First of all, I don't even know that I noticed this when I started this research. I've been so focused on fixing the energy production problem that I didn't notice that what we're actually studying right now in the physics category is automated exploration. I saw the survey speed, but I didn't really pay attention to the fact that we're also going to get the auto explore feature, which is new in the Heinlein patch, and I'm really excited about that. Speaking of physics research, there is a slight change that I need to make. Let's see. Glabu Cayusto needs to be up here because this symbol, whenever possible, needs to match. I did it in the beginning of the game, and I haven't really been great about... Yes, I'm positive. I haven't really been great about making sure that that matches. It's not always going to be like the biggest benefit, but it's good to just be aware of. All right, now this scientist, this would be research for statecraft, which could potentially help more. This was the scientist we just freed up. So this actually arguably might be a better scientist to have in society because you're more likely to have statecraft projects under social research than otherwise. Right now we're doing a biological project. But here's the thing too. I mean, I haven't played a ton of Stellaris, and to be fair, I did mention in the beginning of the series, that the reason for that is that I was one of the folks that enjoyed the base game, but I was like, okay, well, let's see what some of the first patches add before I play it, let alone before I do a Let's Play of Stellaris. So I mentioned I'm going to have noobish moments in this series. There are things that I'm still learning about the game, but one thing I have to say is that micromanaging this to where the symbols always match up seems like a little bit much to me. So I might not always do it. We'll see. We've got a science ship that is currently in hyperspace limbo, whatever you'd call it, because they had to run from these puny little mining drones here in Spica, I believe it was. So, all right, so let's keep the game back up at fast speed. I'm also going to pay a visit to the surface of my worlds again and see what kind of upgrades I can do. Let's see, anything else to build here? Okay, looks like we're going to need a mine there. Let's go ahead and set that up. Mining Network 1, Naldaran, what about you, huh? Oh, someone died. Our governor here, oh, this is a sector governor, I believe. Let's have a look at planets and sectors. Oh wait, no, I have this option, don't I? Okay, that doesn't pull it up apparently. Yeah, the Sekhmet sector lost its governor, so let's go ahead and fix that. We have room for 3 more leaders. Extra food sounds like it'd be best. And also this is also a very young leader. Okay, we're gonna go with Felix Cahiel because a very young leader and also a food bonus and a hydroponics farm build cost modifier. So again, Sekhmet is one of our core sectors. One of the closest to the original Voices territory. So having that leader in place there is probably going to be pretty helpful. All right, so we still have an energy deficit in Sec Britain, so we need to fix that too. But let's go ahead and back out. Oh, hey, I just remembered something really cool. Let's look up science. Species, not science. Where are you? I just met you. Yes, the Figure. Let's have a look at the Figure. We're going to zoom in on the Figure. This is Kortal's station, which is in the system Ardokta. We're going to call it Ardokta. So I mentioned in the last episode, I found these guys, and then I was like, why are you wearing atmospheric suits on your own home planet? And I had a commenter, and I'm ashamed of myself for not thinking of this as a Mass Effect fan, but it's a commenter made a brilliant observation and contribution that they could kind of be like Quarians. Something about the atmosphere has become toxic or just is not livable to them for whatever reason. Maybe they even had some kind of past event. This is a pre-space age civilization here, so there's definitely some other reasons that that you could expect a species like this to wear these atmospheric suits. So these are kind of the Quarians of this series, and I really like that contribution, and I appreciate that that commenter for leaving that. On that note, I also had someone point out to me, I think on Furtis, we might still have some primitive buildings. Oh yeah, These are primitive factories. Let's replace these with full-fledged factories. All right, let's see if there's any. They didn't look like the old huts, so I wasn't thinking in terms of replacing those. Is there anywhere else that has that same issue? Yeah, there is. Holy crap. All right, I can't fix it here because I don't have control over this planet. But there are 2 different primitive tiles, unfortunately. These slaves are not as unhappy as the slaves on Furtist, which I find interesting. Speaking of that, how are our factions doing? Malcontent slaves. Okay, membership in malcontent slaves is dropping, I feel like. Or maybe it's rising, but I feel like it was at 35 at one point. Really? Another one. We have detected the presence of a primitive alien civilization on Naf Avon in the Zoldior system. Zoldior? They have entered the early Steam Age, and there's clear evidence that they are beginning to make use of both vehicles and early factories powered by steam engines. We should consider building an observation post above their world to study them more closely. So let's have a look at this planet. Yep, definitely civilized. Let's zoom out and see where they are. Okay, so that's actually very close to our new friends, the Spyron Foundation. And, you know, they're far enough away from our core territory, we might let them live. There's not a particular reason to really to destroy them the way that we've been so hostile towards people closer to us. Again, the voices are not supposed to be malevolent by nature. I've definitely done some experimenting, so I've done some violent things in this series. Kind of broken character maybe a few times, but in general, we're not going to be that violent to more distant races unless we feel we have to be. Akramalo 4 frequently experiences massive and extremely violent storm systems in its atmosphere. Several dozen persistent storms are visible from orbit, with winds often reaching speeds in excess of 700 meters per second. So we've looked at this before. All right, so that planet, Akramalo, has... Where is Akramalo?
System survey complete.
Where's the Lum Leo? All right, so we've reached our cap from produced minerals, which is hilarious. Let's keep looking through our worlds here to see if there's anything else we need to build. Don't want to get too distracted from that. Darren met. Okay, yeah, we definitely need to have some... Let's just do a power plant here. That's a generic tile, so we're going to use it for power. Of course we are. And then Nal Sirah. How about this? All right, we've already got that building. All right, let's turn the game back on. Keep it moving as much as possible. Nal Sirah has finished its surface construction queue. Good. All right, now...
Research complete.
Ooh, advanced mineral processing. Good! We will now have even more minerals. We also have more room for minerals now. Let's see what we have access to here. Cruiser assembly yards. Plasteel armor would probably be best. Also mass drivers. This is, of course, a new weapon type. Why don't we avoid that? Let's go for better armor. Plasteel armor is probably best. We're going to be done with hydroponics farm level 3 in 5 months. When are you coming back? 2220 next month. That ship has been gone for a while. Oh, I guess because they have to retreat all the way back from where they were, which just lengthens the time that they build a research station there.
Construction complete.
That they need.
Anomaly found.
Backscattering spectrometry sensors indicate the presence of valuable substances beneath Akramalo 3's noxious clouds. Where the heck is Akramalo? Okay, it's down here. Backscattering spectrometry. All right, saw that, read that already. Research it, please. Find out more. And then I also want to, after you're done, build mining stations and research stations. And then mining stations
System
there.
Survey complete.
All right, anyway, so one thing we need to focus on as well is that we need to build up our military here. These are our transport ships, but we also have our military power. That's actually our station. Where's our freaking... Oh, there they are. All right, they're hanging on the edge of the system. You guys come to Nalzaroth, please. And let's look into what we can build here. We have lots more room, and we can now build cruisers, so we're definitely going to build a few of those. Let's see. Let's go ahead and build 5 cruisers and see where that leaves us energy-wise. But then let's have a look at our fleet as well. Come on, I know it. There we go. I kind of want to have 20 corvettes and 20 destroyers, too. Was it how many? I need 7 more. Excellent. All right, that's that. So we're going to have quite an impressive fleet building up in the Wrath system and our home system, and hopefully we'll have the income to support it. Akramala 3 is exceptionally rich in minerals that are unfortunately of no use to us. However, Science Officer Sadafan Karupe believes that many elements in the crust of Akramala 3 can be transformed into potentially more useful forms through positron bombardment. The Lumrona has requests that the Voices set aside 100 energy credits for the purposes of this project. Very well.
Situation log updated.
Okay, cool. Go ahead and do it, and then finish surveying the system. And I feel like I'm going to have to give you orders again. God. I had to do that so often. I also am looking forward to having, as I mentioned in the last episode, I'm looking forward to having slightly better terraforming technology because we need more worlds for the Voices to colonize right now. Hey, hydroponics farm level 3 is done. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go for this because it's relatively cheap. Volcano removal would also be good, but it's not as big of a priority as increasing the happiness threshold. That Enghost Vapor will give me additional habitability, which is essentially just happiness. Okay, this unit is done. You're not in Voices space, can't do anything. Complete. Go build research stations there.
Construction complete. Special project complete.
The crew of the Lumrunner are pleased to report that the experiment was a success, and a significant number of dense mineral veins on Akramala 3 have been transmuted into usable resources. Excellent. Wow. A 9. We definitely will need to colonize in that area sooner than later. I don't know with whom, but we're going to need to do it. All right, so far our energy surplus is continuing to grow, which is quite nice. I could upgrade all of these and get some additional food, but I kind of want to be careful with that because I don't want to upgrade to a higher maintenance cost when it's not necessary. I feel like right, this planet's not growing though, so I am going to upgrade these. So I'm going to check to see if a planet needs it, I suppose. Alright, I don't have a planetary capital here yet. This requires 10 population, so we're going to work on that. Okay, we're going to be able to upgrade this as soon as that pop comes into place, which is great. How's this planet doing? They've got plenty of food. I don't need to upgrade those. All right. Science ship is back. Go ahead and upgrade.
Ships upgraded.
No, already done. Excellent. Tell you what, go ahead and... Can I auto-explore yet? Nope. Not quite there. Ah, we're still 32... Okay, I thought we were a lot closer to that than we actually are. We're 32 months away from auto-exploration. God, I love this track so much. That is still not in our space completely. A cursory scan of the planet's surface reveals a weak signal pulsing into the darkness. Lots going on in Akramala. Research it. So this is a level 3 project. Fantastic. So that's a lot of good experience for... Who is this? This is the Lumrona. This is Sadofan Karupe, just a very, very experienced scientist.
Construction complete. System survey complete.
Alright, so how's our ship? Alright, we're over 2,000 now, so we are officially able to start taking on some of these other aliens. Finally, we can explore out into that region. Hey, the signal originates from the remains of an antenna-like structure. Exploratory probes were dispatched from the Lambrona and the surface to investigate, from the Lambrona to the surface to investigate the matter more closely. What Science Officer Sadafane Kairupe found was a cavernous vault that, while easily pried open, was evidently the last safe house and refuge of some long-dead race of aliens. While reasonably technologically advanced, it seems that they never reached for the stars and perished to some planet-wide natural disaster. The vault is immense, housing thousands upon thousands of black boxes that the Lambrona has determined to be data storage devices. A special project has been prepared to decode their contents. Fantastic. So go ahead and research that too, please. And then just go back to surveying Akramalo. Akramalo is almost fully surveyed, but that should hopefully yield some science points for us, which I'm very excited about. I am so glad that we finally have cruisers and our energy deficit is fixed, because we can finally return to expanding into other areas of space. Particularly here, I really want to finish off these two groups of alien vessels, which are very strong groups of alien vessels. But if we can do some damage to them and clear that path, I feel like that probably is one of the most sensible places for us to expand. The vault is a tomb for hopeful immortals. Science Officer Sadafane Kairupe asserts that the huge blocks of ternary code found in the databanks are neural images, digitized brain scans. Doubtlessly, the aliens of Akramalo 5 consider this to be their only shot at any kind of survival following whatever calamity befell their planet. They did not have the means to resurrect themselves, but banked on the impossibly small hope that eventually someone else would have those means. So we could let dead aliens lie, or we could download the neural patterns anyway. Let's just let them lie, because we're going to get more research, and some more engineering research out of it. Help us get to plasteel armor a little bit faster.
Construction complete. Anomaly found.
Atmospheric readings from Agendis 1 do not match simulated projections.
System
Cool.
survey
Study it.
complete.
Alright, this science ship needs orders, so we're going to go ahead and just queue up some additional exploration projects. Tell you what, why don't you scout this out? Find out what's going on in these systems. Because we could still colonize down here. I'm actually kind of hoping we have the ability to. It's not going to be soon. We might need to terraform. I don't know. It's unlikely. But I'm hoping that these guys expand in this direction and still give us the opportunity to expand down here. They probably won't, but hey, it's worth kind of keeping in the back of our minds. An abandoned ship has been left to drift aimlessly above this moon. The massive sails protruding from its hull suggest that it relied on solar power to function. Research it. Lots of science projects happening right now, which is great. Meanwhile, this planet is getting... or this fleet is getting more and more powerful. Immense ragged plains of shadow drift across Agendis' one face. Okay, that's the shadow plane modifier. We've seen that before. Let's jump to Nalzaroth and have a look. Okay, still building cruisers, and then we have destroyers to build and some corvettes. So, lots of construction. Our energy surplus is going away on account of these new ships. Okay, primitive alien civilization on Jurg Sabaranth in the Agendis system. They have advanced into the equivalent of an Iron Age and are divided into numerous petty kingdoms and empires. Interesting. So what do you look like? Ah, they're an avian race. We've discovered an abandoned solar sail ship in orbit around Akramalo 7A. So we're going to get some more engineering research from that. Fantastic.
Construction complete.
So I had a commenter today point out how the gaining of research points works, and it was a little bit different than what I thought. When you receive those large amounts, plus 300, plus 150, plus 500, whatever, of a particular research type, whether it's engineering research, physics research, or society research, you don't just gain it in a lump sum, apparently. And this is just one commenter's word, but they spoke with a good amount of authority, so I haven't looked into it yet, but I'm still learning how these mechanics work, and evidently, the way that works is you still have a certain amount of progress each month that you go through. Right now, you can see that, for instance, for engineering, it's 161.39 progress per month with a bunch of bonuses that are helping. So I would go through those 500 extra points in a couple of months. Maybe, I don't know. I feel like the way it works is the 161.39 progress per month has part of that bonus is because of the extra research that I found. Maybe it's the stored research. Let's see if that number goes down. I'm gonna see if that changes now. No, it didn't change. Let's let another month go by and see if it changes then. I'm just trying to interpret how this works. Month is almost gone by here. Oh, we have a construction ship waiting for orders, so we need to fix that. Okay, not sure how that works. We're gonna keep working at that. Ah, Azuli Kalizem is already dead. That's surprising. All right, let's go ahead and get a new scientist. Time flies, I guess. Let's go ahead and go for one with a longer lifespan. Okay, so Zanova Kabelema is now in charge of the Lumreva. Godspeed, Zanova. Okay, so more going on down here. Let's go ahead and scan these systems. I cannot wait for Auto Explore. We're at that point where it's like, yep, getting tired of issuing these orders manually, but we're almost to a point where it's not necessary. I'm looking forward to that. Nothing quite to be done there yet. Energy deficit slowly going away. Or, I'm sorry, energy surplus slowly going away. Let me go ahead and upgrade this planetary administration. Research complete. Good. All right, so now we have the Engos Vapor. Or do we have Engos Vapor? Yes. Oh, wow. We have 3 of them. Of course, we're only getting the bonus once, but we get the habitability boost +5, which is quite nice. Ooh. We can get the Ministry of Benevolence. What's this? Ethics divergence, -15%. That could come in handy. Sorry, I just had to move around in my chair a little bit. Let's see. There's nothing. I mean, as nice as it is, I guess I'll go ahead and go for that because it's a. I mean, it counts as a rare technology, hence the color difference. But we could go with resettlement cost -10 as well. This is a statecraft project, so we know that Glabu Caprina is going to be good at it. Let's just go for that. It's going to be done in 37 months. Fine by me. All right, so the Lumreva is out here. Go ahead and survey. This is a desert world out here. Arid world. Ooh, continental world. Okay, so we finally found another planet that the voices could actually settle. So it's way the heck out here, though. So, I mean, I kind of want to do it. Like, I want to get a colony ship way out there to do it. But we're definitely going to have another sector. And I don't see... I mean, there are some worlds we could definitely terraform. But there's worlds that we could have slaves colonize to connect everything. So that might be how we do it. Because, I mean, there's actually a ton of nice colonizable worlds here, but we have to use other species in order to do it. But the voices can definitely colonize Gossok 3. Yeah, let's go ahead and... Actually, on that note, let me go to the new expansion planner. Where is... See, now we can just say where we want to colonize from. We want to colonize from Nalzaroth, our capital. We can pick which population we... that interface is a little weird. It's not quite showing the the entire box there, but that's fine. This is a new interface. I'll forgive it. So yeah, we're going to have our core race colonize that world. Oh, wow. Wait a minute. What's... Okay, there it is. Lacking 300. So it's just so far away that we need a lot more influence to make that colony happen. Oh, that's unfortunate. All right, so we'll have to wait on that a little bit, or at least we'll have to colonize some of the other worlds with slaves between now and then. So let's take another look at our species. Our main slave race is the Zikmak, and they have a desert preference. So desert, arid, savanna would be their main worlds. So the Zikmak could resettle on... Was it Jurassic? No, it's Arctic. Wow. Okay, arid. Yes, we could put the Zikmak there. So maybe we should go ahead and do that. Let's go to Furtist, and let's have them colonize. Let's have the core. We don't want xenophobe. We need to look again at their basic. So there's a pacifist trait. Spiritualist. We don't want militarist. Fanatic collectivist. Materialist. I feel like this one's probably the best. Yeah. Alright, so we're going to get a colony ship building, and we're going to colonize Telassus 3, that arid world there. We're going to start moving towards the ability to colonize Gossick. So we got some work to do, but we are going to move in that direction. And we've hit the 26-minute mark, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this episode here. In the next one, we are probably going to send this fleet to do some damage against these vessels here, because we can go ahead and fight this fleet now. The issue is, again, because we're building this massive fleet, we are losing our energy surplus once again. So we really need to get the next level of power plant research done. The game has dealt me a bad hand with this, unfortunately, so we don't have access to that research just yet, but hopefully as we continue to complete projects, we're 11 months away from automated exploration protocols. Take a breath, Hadrian. We are 11 months away from automated exploration protocols, and once that's done, what I'm hoping... Hang on. Yeah, there's nothing listed yet. Oh, God. There's nothing listed yet about that. But hopefully, once that one is off the list, the next one on the list will be the power plant project, so that we can improve our energy production, have more of a surplus, and then, of course, as we colonize more worlds, that problem will be less and less of an issue as well. But it's been a nuisance in the beginning of this series. I want to make sure we continue to move away from it as the voices establish their hegemony. So thanks very much for watching the episode. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. If you're not subbed already, I have new episodes coming out in Song of the Stars every day at 6 Eastern Daylight Time, which is GMT-4 for those of you not in the States, and comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next episode.